as you know, while Sri Lanka is going through a political turmoil, uh, people are protesting on the streets. And interestingly, it is not only the Sri Lankans who have been protesting. Over the last couple of days, we saw many foreigners joining the protest in Galle face green. And at the same time, we also witnessed some foreigners a couple of days ago, foreigners protesting in gold. Among those protesters in gold was Francis Novotny, who has come to Sri Lanka from Czech Republic. I'm here with Francis at the moment. Hi, Francis.
Hello.
So, Francis, tell me, why did you protest on that day? So you protested against Gota. You protested
Yes.
asking Gota to go home. Why?
Yeah, I just joined my local friends here, and I see the situation is going bad here, and it's not just the political issue; it's the serious issue. It's affecting the lives of the ordinary people, my friends, the people here. So I just joined the peaceful voice of the people, just to say the government that that's not right. So I was actually surprised that it was not like the demonstration what we know in Europe, like the protesting with the shouting violence. It was really peaceful statement that the people are not, they don't agree how the government rules the country.
So you are supporting your local friends, and at the same time you are making a political statement that this current government in Sri Lanka should go. But yet you are not a resident of Sri Lanka. You are not a Sri Lankan citizen. You are a foreigner. You are a tourist. But at the same time, you are also joining the protest, asking this current government to go.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not the local, but the reason was two reasons. There were two reasons. At first, the friends and the local people to support them, to be with them. At second, I would like to stand for the democracy anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's in my country or other country. Just support the democracy and not corrupted living as it's happening right now here.
So tell me your experience in Sri Lanka, Francis. So you like Sri Lanka, obviously. That's why you are here, right?
Definitely, yeah. The experience, you know, most of the people that are coming to Sri Lanka for the nature, but for me it's the second time, and I returned back mostly because of the people and because of the culture. Like it's very nice, it's very comfortable to stay with the local people because it's not I don't know how to say it. Just I like the peaceful atmosphere here, and now because of the situation, it's getting broke, you know.
Okay. Have you ever come across power cuts in Czech Republic? You might have also, because it's a very unusual thing in Europe. But at the same time, 10 hours, 13 hours of power cuts. Have you come across something like that before?
Okay, in Europe it's extremely rare. It's not happening every year. But I lived in Kenya, and there it's quite common. But the situation here in Sri Lanka, it's much worse. You know, even in Kenya, when we were used for the power cuts, here in Sri Lanka, it was like most time it was not working. It was every day, several hours per day. So situation here is it's difficult for the especially for the local people. For me, I have some backup plans, but for the local ordinary people, it's very difficult to work, difficult to do anything.
So do you cook? I know, I understand you live in, you hire an apartment, right? Flat. So that means you
Yes.
may be cooking. How was your experience with regard to gas? Did you have enough gas supply?
I'm lucky that I still have first gas tank, so we didn't run out yet. But every day we are worrying that, oh, it's almost empty. So I don't know how we will deal when it will be empty, because almost every day I see the queue in the petrol station, in gas station, and people are waiting several hours just to get the gas for the cooking, petrol for the tuk-tuk. So I didn't challenge it yet with the cooking gas, but probably I will in recent days.
Francis, some government ministers have suggested that foreigners are being influenced by the opposition parties to take to the streets. It's not that you are genuinely protesting against the government, but you know that the political parties are exploiting you to make a case against the government. Is that true? Did somebody influence you?
I didn't hear about that, and I actually don't know about the political parties here. I just know that there is just one family which is leading the government, and that's mostly all what I know about the political parties and the local government. I just see the situation of the people, not the politics on the Colombo.
When did you come to Sri Lanka?
I came on December last year.
So why are you staying that long? Because tourism is, usually tourists come for a week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, and then they go. Why are you staying for a couple of months? Are you working from Sri Lanka?
Actually, the first answer is because there is still winter in the Europe. But I'm pretty used for the developing countries. I lived in Kenya, South Sudan, so I have equipment. I have no problem with this situation, and still people didn't change.
Are you working from Sri Lanka?
Yes, I'm working here.
So this is kind of a new trend, isn't it? Because tourists are coming, which is a good thing for Sri Lanka or any other hosting country. Tourists are coming, and while visiting, while enjoying the nature, whether it is the nature, whether it is sea, or whether it is food or whatever, and at the same time you are working from a remote country. This is pretty much post-pandemic that is happening, isn't it?
I worked online even before the pandemic, and for now in Sri Lanka it's just particularly working. Mostly I'm still like holidaying, and why I'm staying here, I think now it's time when the foreigners should stay here, not leave the country. This is how we can help the country more than in the protest, I think.
When did you last come to Sri Lanka? Last time?
Last time it was 2 years ago. It was during the pandemic. I came before the COVID. Then I stayed during the lockdown. So I get used to feel here like home. So this is why I came back.
Yes, but last time it was just a pandemic, just lockdowns, isn't it? You didn't have 13-hour power cuts, and
yeah, it was easier.
Yeah, easier. It's a much easier life those days. So, in general, what do you think should happen to Sri Lanka?
The solution will be difficult because the financial situation cannot be changed just by the people. But what should be changed should be probably the people or the way how government dealing with the finances.
Francis, you told me that tourists should come to Sri Lanka and stay longer rather than just visiting, coming for a shorter period of time. I mean that you are telling me that it will help the Sri Lankan economy. But do you think tourists would come under these circumstances? No power, no gas, no diesel, and there are queues for the diesel or petrol, and the most importantly, because of this situation, the picture that goes out to the world is that Sri Lanka is struggling. It is indeed is struggling. Political upheaval, political instability, and also people are on the streets. People are protesting for a cause. I'm not criticizing them, but the picture that goes out to the world is that Sri Lanka is not a good country to visit, isn't it?
That's definitely true, because in the telling groups and Facebook's groups and other channels, a lot of the people are scared of to visiting Sri Lanka, and they are postponing the visit, or they are changing the location because of the situation. There are some people who came back from Sri Lanka who are saying that the situation for the tourists is still good and it's safe, but still most of the people, they are afraid to come. So definitely the situation is affecting the tourism and affecting to the international picture of the country.
Yeah, so things to change, because you yourself took part in anti-government protest. You shouted yourself that Gota go home. That means to I mean, for tourists to come to Sri Lanka, to Sri Lanka to prosper, you believe that this government should go home, right?
Yeah, definitely. We need somebody who is care about the people and not about their own profit.
So the picture you are getting is that current government do not care about the people in Sri Lanka.
I don't see the politics so deeply, so I cannot say the statesman like what they should do or what would be changed. But definitely this government failed. So I think the people should choose some leaders of their country.
It is for the people of Sri Lanka to decide.
Yes, peacefully, democratically, not by the violence protest, but just to speak. And the president shouldn't be forced by them. He should go home. He should leave. He should be leaving and make space for democracy.
If the situation changes, your message to the world, your message to your friends, and through your friends to other friends, and through the international community, I mean, the tourists, other people, to visit Sri Lanka as soon as the political stability is there, right? As soon as things are better.
Okay, for everybody who is deciding to visit to Sri Lanka, we are visiting Sri Lanka because of the nature, because of the people, because of the culture, not because of the government. So if the government is sick, it shouldn't be a reason for us to choose another country.
Francis Novotny, thank you very much for speaking to us. Thank you.
Thank you.
And have a good day.
Have a nice evening.